Hi, this is Eldervi, and last Sunday was our 1-year YouTube anniversary. Everyone in here, give us a round of applause! Oh, yeah, I forgot, we still have Corona and the kids are sleeping. Not that my baby boy applauds anyways, he kinda only claps his hand against his head. What a year though! I know I've posted it literally everywhere already, but so many thanks for all your support, no matter how big or small. All of this makes us continue doing what we love. And the sadistic souls among you even find entertainment in watching it, so it's a win-win. 1 year, huh? Look at that! Wasn't this adorable? Wouldn't it be nice to go back to those older, easier times? No save skills, no sacrifice plays. People were barely using isolation or pulse smoke, which had only appeared once on seasonals back then. Look at all those powerhouses we got during the last year. Some of these months have been so overwhelming that it was actually hard to decide which unit had the biggest impact. Can you imagine what someone who fell into a coma would experience coming back to Fe after all these changes? I really wonder. So let's do it. Not the coma, just the coming back and wandering part. So, to celebrate our anniversary, I created the Old Meta Challenge. In this challenge, I will fight current cancerous meta teams with the flower power units I used 1 year ago. And not only the units, but also the builds, structures and even the shitty bonus unit. Cause bonus mythics were not yet a thing. No extra slot, no far save, no fatal smoke, no damage reduction. Heck, we didn't even have Mila's isolation back then. Can you imagine that? This will be fairly difficult, so what I'm aiming for will be a success. Any success. And after that, we will aim for lowering our casualties as much as possible. Maybe even to the point of a perfect victory? Who knows? But we'll not just battle anyone. We will battle the current defense teams of other Fehtubers. And I couldn't hope for anyone else than the FEHmaster himself for this first episode. The king of F2P, who probably caused all of this meta chaos, as whales all over the world didn't feel the need to wail anymore after they followed his guides to beat the game with 4-star units. Pheonixmaster1. 1 year ago he left a cute comment on my very first video, so it feels like the perfect moment to battle his defense with Mini-Nerva's short end of the stick. Can you say something like that? So, prior to this video I obviously asked PM1 for permission to show his defense, and I also asked him to leave a guess on how many units he thinks I'll lose in order to win against his defense. My goal will be to fulfill or even exceed his expectations. So here he is.
What's up guys, I'm Pheonixmaster1 and first of all, I want to wish Eldervi a very happy anniversary, and as for the guess on how many units they might lose, I think I'll go with maybe 1.
Aw, that's so nice. Thank you so much for very likely crushing me in this first episode already. 1 defeated unit? You have way too much trust in me. I've battled his defense many times in the past, testing out new teams, so I pretty much know the horrors of his defense, and I'm going to let you know as well. As you've seen in the replay at the beginning of this video, I will match his defense with my old Kronya team. I actually don't even run this team anymore, since the addition of Duo Lin made the Duo Hindrance kinda indispensable. Duo Hector lost a lot of his former glory. And with Force turn 1 strats and fast save all over the place as well, Kronya has a very hard time positioning and even killing those bulky monsters. I hadn't used her in months, and finally decided to dissolve her team when Daga demanded that Flashing Blade seal. So using this team again feels indeed quite nostalgic. I just wish IS had already implemented Mila when I started the series. This will be so incredibly hard. Besides Flashing Blade Miracle Kronya, I'll run my plus 10 Daddy Hector, the very first plus 10 unit I summoned for with over 1k hardly earned F2P orbs. SIS hit a very fragile nerve for me with my at the time 2 years old daughter.
We're a father-daughter duo, at your service.
At your service.
Then I have Air, who I actually didn't use in the Air Force team yet, but rather as a buff in Smite bot. You'll see in a second how much this will actually hurt. Peony didn't change too much since then. I still haven't given her a useful A slot. And finally, as the not even bonus unit anymore, Minerva is back with at least a bit of skill inheritance. Thank God. I'm not looking forward to the episode with Swordbreaker1 Ephraim. PM1 has run his defense for a very long time now, constantly improving the skills and team members. I see that attack asset on you, Liv. When I first met you, you still had the famous PM1 minus attack IVs. The thing which impresses me most about his defense is that he actually runs multiple versions of this setup, always correlating to the current bonus defense mythic, and they work really well even without merges, as you can see in his replays. I can guarantee you, this will be a very tough nut to crack. So, as I said before, I matched this team countless times before, so I actually know a lot about the threats. If you try to bait Wrath, Liv will go below him and rally him, receive a dance and suddenly target a wild field of tiles while still staying in the free range condition of his weapon. Firesweep Wrath himself can't be countered without running a NCD unit, so even if you survive his Poison Strike attack, Duosigurd will just follow him and give him another action to take out any of your fragile backliners instead. The Panic Mana is in the perfect position to make tanking from the defensive tiles a true hell, and the positioning of the Tactic Room. Don't even get me started on the Tactic Room. I actually thought this challenge could have amazing results, as the old meta threats might come back in fashion as soon as people don't build their defenses to counter them anymore. And in fact, I see very few maps nowadays still using the Hardy Bearing Seal. But this setup counters Kronya harder than any map back in 2020 ever could. A max level healing tower, Duo Hindrance, Fire Sweep Wrath, Hardy Bearing Bramimond, and super bulky defense units like Eldigan and Liv joined to create Kronya's biggest nightmare since having to live in Monica's body. Oh, wait a second. This is not even right. Here we go. Look at me in early 2020 running a full bottom row of structures. I truly didn't remember I was that dumb once, but the replay proves it. What am I supposed to do against this defense? I don't have room for anything. I actually don't even have room to smite anyone, despite only running 5 units, which I thought might give me an edge against those forced maps as well. At least my bolt tower was in a better position. So I just had to switch the horse school with the armor school, as I sure as hell don't want to face this defense with a stat disadvantage on top. So, for our first try, let's do what Kronya does. Waiting for the bolt tower. Not much I can do with the space I have anyways. I guess I can clear some of the buildings? I can't even engage with someone without leaving my Reaper bot in some kind of danger. This is crazy. Well, it makes at least a very easy round 2 having no options at all. Okay, bolt tower hit and all of the damage will be healed up again next round. Great. So, I know I'll get debuffed anyways, either by a Panic Room or by Wrath. So let's try to buff Kronya as little as possible.
Good morning.
I'll repo in Kronya with Peony's guidance on Hector and take out the Hardy Bearing user, just as 2020 Kronya would have done. Great. And you two are kinda stuck in there. Let's just see what happens. 34. I guess that's still kind of fine. Charging up Miracle. Oh my god, for real? She only does 5 damage? I didn't run any numbers before and I know that Liv is bulky, but that?
Let's go. Yes.
So we already have our first casualty. Oh, and we'll get some collateral damage on top. Bye, Peony. It was great while it lasted. 52 damage against my plus 10 Hector, are you serious? Thank God he can't double. Oh, come on! That's a green unmerged June! No way! Yeah, I guess this went well. Air is slowed, so let's face it leatherless style.
The glimmer of life.
Can I really not even take out June with one attack? How much defense does she have? 3? Oh god, she actually even is minus defense. Okay, Air is dead, but Minerva should at least be fine, as she's immune to bonus bow damage and has a decent defense. And Raph has such low health that his push skill won't activate. Okay, never mind. Great. So let's try round 2. Maybe I should take out the healing tower instead? I still can't counter Raph, but technically I only need to survive one hit of Raph and Bremimont, right? Before you rush into the comment section, I am already aware that I'm wrong, and I just want to see how wrong I am. We'll still buff as little as possible, but the stupid tactic room makes it impossible to move even the slightest bit, and my stupid fully stuffed bottom row makes it impossible to take that thing out. Raph did 34 damage to me last time and he will also poison strike me. No way this will work.
Good morning. Okay.
Where will you go this time? Not that it matters. Oh, only 23 this time? Wait, what? Oh my god, June kills me again! Yeah, right. Thank god it's not Ophelia, I guess. For now, we only want to win, no matter the cost. Oh god, my Hector literally can't tank anything on this map. And he's gone. Looking good, huh? And Peony is slowed. Of course.
Understood. Maybe this way.
Baby attack! And now we die.
You should have walked away. Time to sleep.
Okay, let's be realistic. I can't take out Bremimont, Wrath and the healing tower in one turn. I can't even take out 2 of them thanks to the immovable tactic room slowing me down. So let's try something else. What about tanking Hector? I know it didn't look too well till now, but he's a plus 10 premium unit after all. There's no way he's completely useless besides his dual skill. Right?
This way.
I know I can't tank the powerful mages, but I can surely tank Wrath, and June didn't do too much either. So, if I tank from the left side and put him in range to bait both the dancers as well, he might make it through the round and I only have to deal with Bremimont and live in the round after that.
Let's go.
I'll go in unbuffed so the panic smoke doesn't hit me after Wrath's attack, but I will place Peony below him to apply her weapons drive at least. Liv does the rally, but both dancers should deal enough damage in order not to dance. 6 from Wrath, that's very fine. Poison strike being a bitch, but we also know about that. 33 from Elegant? For real? That's indeed enough damage in order not to dance. Yeah, I'm dead. But hey, both dancers ended their turn. I didn't take out anyone, did I? I see 6 very healthy units staring down at me.
Time to kill?
Yeah, I can pretty much see where this will go.
1,000 curses upon you! Hurry up! Take this! One last dance. How could I lose? Time to sleep. Death comes to me.
Let's go back to the Kronya play, but this time I'll play a bit more cautious and actually give a fuck about the positioning of my other units.
Okay.
If I take out Raph and stay out of the Panic Manor's range, I can even buff her up. She will probably still die seeing her non-existent damage against Liv and Eldigan before, but maybe it takes enough units to kill her to clear up a path in the round after that? Liv should either attack her from his current spot or not attack at all because Kronya dies faster than that. But either with a dance or on his own, he should only reach Daddy Hector if I reposition Kronya with him. And I've seen him taking out Liv before. Once the horses are gone, positioning should get much easier. So we actually used the link in Tactic Airheads this time.
This way, Lelina.
I'm missing out on Peony's rest boost, but we can do it again if it looks like I can take out anyone else with a little bit more rest. Hector goes into position to take out Liv, and Peony, the slow-mo fairy, applies her buff and drive.
Time to kill? Good morning. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, right. He doubles me. But I should survive that hit thanks to Miracle.
I take my stand here.
Let's see who takes the kill after that. I don't think Peony's rest buff would have helped me out. She literally didn't stop anybody. Wait, if Eldigan's the one to take her out, does this mean the AI calculated another possible kill somewhere? Or is he the one dealing the most damage? No, that's fine. We take him out. Still 38 damage plus 19 attack. This is crazy. Wait, where did she come from? Oh yeah, right, Wings of Mercy. You can do it, Mini Minerva! This looks good, right? With my still low level healing tower, which I brought for no reason back then, and air sparkling something, haven't seen that skill for a long time as well, Hector is almost back to full health. I might even win this round. Air takes revenge against June and I'll let Hector take out Bramimont. I don't really think Minerva stands a chance against Dusigot's magic attack, so she can stay behind.
You do. Yes, Father. Ready.
This way, Lelina.
So I knew this trap was fake from prior battles. I could have also taken the bolt trap, which I know is fake. I mean, I have to have at least a small unfair advantage, right? Why does Eldigan hit me so hard? Shouldn't I have like 50 defense or something like that? Oh wow, never mind. Hector, why? Oh come on! I'll not lose this one again. Oh, Air, you poor soul. Doesn't really matter though, it's not like she can take out Eldigan anyways. Minerva goes over here and...
Understood.
Yes! We have a victory!
Enjoying yourself?
But we lost 2 units and that Hector thing at the end was really unfortunate. So let's do it better. PM1 put his trust in me to make it with only 1 lost unit. It has to be possible. I hate this tactic room. I could repo in Kronya from the left side, kill Wrath and dance with Peony from below with a smite from air towards Wrath's lane. But as Peony has to stand on the right side for that, she can't reach her because of the gravity. If I switch sides and repo in Kronya from the right side, she can't reach because of gravity. Such a stupidly well placed building. And my 6 buildings bottom row is really not helping out at all. I have literally no place to smite without using a dance first.
This way, Lelina.
So let's see what happens if I try to get in both Kronya and Hector with a double repo. Will that do any good? Probably not, since Hector won't be able to reach anyone even with the help of Peony's guidance.
This way, Lelina.
Well, let's take out Eldigan this time and try to benefit at least a bit from the defensive tile. Considering that I have 2 units with buffs turning against me standing there.
Let's go.
Saw that coming. Oh god, each time he appears on my screen I see nothing but death. But Hector might actually survive the others, right? The good thing is, neither Liv nor Bremimond nor June can actually double Hector because of his middling speed stat in combination with his odd verifier effect.
This is it.
Can we take Sigurd as well? Probably not. Nope. So close though. I wish I could somehow reach that defensive tile with Hector. But I think I might actually be able to clean this up from here. Air should be able to take a hit from Sigurd, so let's bait him towards us. I need to get Peony out somehow. If I smite her into the tactic room corner, she will probably never get out again. Yes, this should do the job. Oh, great. The healing tower gets me out of Wings of Mercy range. Why did I bring this shit building? And Air can't take out Wrath. Nice. Doesn't matter though, as Liv can't reach her, so I can kinda take my time.
Good morning. Let's go. The glimmer of life.
And Mini Minerva goes back into a complete uselessness just as 1 year ago. Some things never change. Do we even have to check her damage against Liv? Technically he has no allies left, so his weapon effect should be deactivated.
Understood.
Great. I guess it's time to cheat again.
Understood.
Air can't even reach the trap on her own. This is so sad.
Maybe this way.
2 casualties again. I need to get Hector on that defensive tile. I know that my legendary Corin is able to defeat his whole team by taking out Wrath and just sitting it out, but in her case I actually have space to smite and enough room in order to make sure she doesn't get debuffed. And she is an amazing hero. 3 things I'm lacking in this current situation. So I need the trap gone. Kronya can do this with Disarm Trap. Moving around with exactly 5 safe spots and a gravity effect targeting 3 of them feels so claustrophobic.
Lelina.
Lilina actually has to go on Hector's back in order to save space. Okay, Hector has attack buffs, can't help it, and he will also get some more from Peony. But we want to keep his speed as high as possible in order to negate those doubles. I don't think I can take out the Eldigan with Hector, even in player phase, but I can take out Wrath and at least stop that poison strike. I think I can take out Liv and maybe even Bremimond? Probably not Sigurd though. Yeah, what are you doing here? Peony has to dance from there. So, you will have to take out June. I think she should be able to do it. I hope so. Kronya is slowed, but the panic mana at least doesn't turn around my guidance. I don't think I've ever seen such a toxic combination of the panic and gravity effect before. So, Wrath is gone, and I just hope Hector takes out as many of them as possible before he goes. "19, we can work with 19.
This is it.
Let's just not talk about the 0 times 2. Still 29 from Lift though. That hurts. No way he'll survive Bremimont like that. Nope. But hey, Kronya actually takes out Sigurd. I take that. I totally planned that to happen. And Air does very well against June. Good job over there. I think we might actually beat this with only 1 death. So, let's take out Eldigan with our silly 4 damage. Still more than Daddy Hector did. And yeah, I think we're good from here. I could probably even try to come up with a plan to trap Bremimont and to get those pots, but as these are friend battles anyways, let's not waste time on that right now. So, I fulfilled PM1's expectations at last. That's awesome! And to celebrate this, I think it should be actually Minerva handing over the short stick. Do it, little girl. Make the FEHmaster proud for even guessing right. So, to clear the questions of all questions, can we do it without casualties and even succeed PM1's expectations? I'll spare you the extra time and spoil you right away. I couldn't. I found 2 other solutions which ended in a success, but both of them left me with 1 dead unit. Neither Kronya nor Hector can tank all 5 of these units, and not even from the defensive tile. And even if I go in with both of them, and even if I would manage to take out 2 of the threats, the remaining 4 units will always concentrate on taking down 1 of them, and they will always succeed in that. My full building bottom row on the other hand doesn't allow me to hide any of my units in order to make a baiting strategy work. So I guess this is as far as my 2020 team can go against PM1's defense. Luckily for me, this was Air bonus week, so I was actually using a fully scoring team. So in a real scenario, I would have only lost 20 lift, I think? I don't even know, I literally never took a sacrifice victory since its introduction. And even though this was a mock battle, I actually caused poor PM1 real lift loss. I asked him for his updated defense map some days ago as he was still running the bonus Triandra setup when I chatted with him. And judging by this tweet, it seems like he actually misclicked and used this June setup on the last day of Astra season instead. The fact that he still only lost 40 lift with an off-season map against a top tier player on the last day does speak for the greatness of this defense. And to be fair, I got my bit of karma as well when I realized that I entered my first match of this week against the Cav line with a full bottom row of buildings. I was indeed kinda shocked seeing how hard it was for Hector to tank these units, considering he is the most premium unit I own. But on the other hand, this was by no means a beneficial team to use against this kind of defense, and I'm surprised they still managed to survive. Somehow. After many attempts. But, to be fair, I also didn't run any numbers before I entered these matches. So many thanks once more to PM1. You've been a great sport, and I'm honored to have started this challenge against your defense team. I adore your content and have been watching your channel for years. So keep up the good work and keep traumatizing the IS headquarters in trying to come up with a difficult abyssal map for once. So, I hope this challenge was entertaining to watch. I do plan on continuing the series in the future. My next episode will probably feature Micaiah. But the pre-weapon update Blablade Micaiah. So let's see how well this goes. Do you know any Fehtubers with a personal connection to Micaiah who I could contact for the second episode? Please feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments. I already have someone in mind, but I would love to hear your ideas as well. You could also try to do this challenge yourself. I'm not sure if many of you have screenshots of older matches like I luckily do because of these videos, but you surely still remember which units you ran. So you could try to do this challenge against your own defense or top scoring players on your friend list. And be sure to show me your videos if you decide to record it. I would love to see your teams back in the time when the meta was still not that crazy. See ya!